Wat Rajaburana was a royal temple in the Ayutthaya period. The elegant pagoda inside Wat Rajaburana was built during the reign of Chao Sampraya, the seventh king of Gungsi Ayutthaya kingdom. The pagoda was built as a dedication to his father. Ancient utensils of the king, which were made of gold, have been brought to conserve here. All of these objects were found in Wat Rajaburana. Wat Mahathat was the important temple in Gungsi Ayutthaya, which enshrined the relics of the Lord Buddha. The Buddhist supreme patriarch stayed in this temple. We can see the grand and beautiful buildings. The head of Buddha image in the Bodhi tree is a miracle things of Ayutthaya. Wat Thamikarat is the ancient temple of Ayutthaya. The must-see of this temple is the old Jedi, which has a thorn point at the top. The Jedi itself is surrounded by many sculptures of lions. This temple was used to house a huge bronze head of Buddha image that we can see in Chao Sampraya National Museum. After the collapse of the Ayutthaya kingdom, the city itself was destroyed by the enemy. But Wat Na Pameru Rashikaram was the only temple in Ayutthaya which is left untouched by the Burmese. So you still can see the complete and untouchable beauty of the first period of Ayutthaya's architecture. Many tourists come to visit the Golden Buddha image, which is said to be the most beautiful crowned Buddha image in Thailand. Also, there are Buddha image halls situated beside the main hall, which is built to house the most impressive Buddha image made of green stone in Thawaravadi style, which dates back over 1,000 years ago. Roti Sai Mai or cotton candies is a cotton candy wrapped in plain rice crepe. It is one of Ayutthaya's most popular desserts sold by Muslim vendors. Because of its popularity, tourists often stop by to taste it and take a few bags home. This is the wisdom of Thai people in the past. They use a natural bailan, cut them into a long thin sheet, and dry them before weaving them into the shape of carp or tapian. We are really lucky to discover a place where the owner is so kind to teach us how to weave the fish. This ancient technique, which has been passing around from generations to generation, is a unique style of Ayutthaya. People decorate their house with this beautiful mobile and hang it over the baby cradle. There is a phrase that says, behind every successful man is a woman. This sacred place is a memorial to Somdet Phra Sri Suryothai, the queen of King Somdet Phra Mahachakaphat, the 15th king of Ayutthaya kingdom. Somdet Phra Sri Suryothai was a Thai heroine in the Ayutthaya period. She disguised herself as a man and accompanied her husband in the battle against Prajao Pre. She saw her husband's elephant collapse in front of the enemies, so she then decided to intervene in the battle and try to save her husband's life. But instead, she was killed by the Sikh of Prajao Pre on her elephant's back. Thai people in the past had such a strong belief when it comes to religions. People used to make the most important offerings as they could to monastery. Ayutthaya was no exception. King Utthong founded Ayutthaya, and during his period, he offered his palace, Patamnak Vienglek, to Buddhist monastery and called it Wat Puthai Sawan. He then moved his royal palace and built it inside the island city. Wat Puthai Sawan has such a long history back to the old days when it was just the establishment of Ayutthaya. Also, the temple was famous for its sword fighting and training during the reign of King Naresuan the Great, who had regained the kingdom back from Burmese. According to the Buddhist belief, Thai people, especially those who were born on Tuesday, should worship the Buddha image in declining posture, or พระพุทธไสยญาติ at Wat Lokaya Sutharam. The temple was built during the Middle Age of Ayutthaya period. This Buddha image is a huge and exquisite sleeping Buddha. People usually offer the Buddha image the yellow robe, which used among monks. We both are really excited to see this for the first time. Elephants have long been born to the way of life of Thai people. For Thai people in the past, elephants were comparable to real friends who helped protecting the country during the periods of wars. Even at present, we can see the profound relationship between humans and elephants in Ayutthaya. We were so excited to see such huge creatures like elephant enjoying in taking a bath in a water like this. King Naresuan is the warrior king who has been greatly respected by Thai people. His Majesty had devoted all his life long to rehabilitate the country from being a colony of enemies and eventually accomplished. In the past, this place was used as a battlefield that King Naresuan bravely performed generalship to drive out enemies until they were rooted back to their country. Thus, this monument of His Majesty has been surrounded by the vital signs, which had been greatly meaningful for the welfare of His Majesty. During the sunset, the attractiveness of Ayutthaya amid the water stream makes us feel greatly comfortable. We experienced the attractive atmosphere of Ayutthaya by having a dinner cruise along Chapaya River and Pasak River. It was such a rare experience to be found anywhere else.